What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WWE Network and Show, where I, Graham Jason Matthews, break down all the original content they watch on the WWE Network and on Peacock. And today we're talking the April 8th, 2024 edition of Raw Talk from Monday night. We had Sam Roberts, Megan Morant back in the studio. I don't think there was a SmackDown Lowdown on Saturday. All of the crew from the bump and whatever, Morant, Roberts, and everyone else, they were on site in Philly. I saw them. I was at WWE World all weekend and they were there, doing the bump and shows like that. So I don't think they did a SmackDown Lowdown on Saturday, especially with the show airing around the same time as the time it would have gone up would have been around the same time as Stand and Deliver. So I don't think they did a SmackDown Lowdown on Saturday, so there's no need to catch up on that. This was for Monday, so I'm not too far behind, which is good. I still have to catch up on a lot of what went down over Mania weekend that I was there for, didn't get a chance to watch, including Stand and Deliver, Supercard of Honor, Rampage, Collision, stuff like that. So all of those reviews up on WrestleRant.com will be up at some point. Not today, but at some point. Just keep an eye out for that. But back to Raw Talk. They opened the episode replaying the opening segment with Cody Rhodes being confronted by The Rock, kind of planting the seeds for a future matchup between the two, probably for the WWE Championship. Rock told him, "I'm coming for you regardless, whether you're champion or not." I'm glad he put that line in there, because it doesn't make it obvious that Rhodes will still be WWE Champion by the time Rock comes back. That could be for SummerSlam, that could be for the Rumble, that could be for the fucking Bash in Berlin. We have no idea, so I'm glad he included that line. They discussed the Cody Rhodes and Rock feud, only kind of getting started, the story finishing at WrestleMania, but a new chapter starting the night after WrestleMania, with Rock going after Cody Rhodes. They run down the biggest headlines from Monday's Raw, a very eventful post-WrestleMania show, including replaying Ilya Dragunov's his victorious Raw debut against Shinsuke Nakamura, still as the NXT champion, Ilya Dragunov, that is, as well. We hear from Ilya Dragunov backstage. He says he's sore, he's beat up, but he's always looking out for the next fight. He wants to prove his heart is always burning with pure intensity. So kind of putting the rest of the roster on notice as he declares himself for the 2024 WWE Draft. They made that clear on commentary during the matchup that Dragunov is eligible to be drafted any brand in the upcoming WWE Draft, with or without the NXT Championship, as I know they confirmed on Tuesday's NXT, that he's going to be defending the NXT Championship, I believe, against Trick Williams on that show. Though it wasn't made official, they were both attacked by Carmelo Hayes, so maybe it's a triple threat. I'm not sure. But yeah, that would be probably where they're going next with that. He'll probably lose the championship on that show and then be drafted to Raw or SmackDown that same weekend. Sam Roberts says that Dragunov's stock is rising, and how could it not, coming off his win over Tony D'Angelo at Stand and Deliver and his win over Shinsuke Nakamura on Raw. They replay the Sami Zayn Chad Gable tag team win over Imperium, and we hear from Chad Gable afterward. He had the rest of the Alpha Academy with him, but he was the only one that spoke, thankfully. And I like Alpha Academy, but this was kind of a serious situation, no goofy shit, which I appreciated. Gable said that Zayn does indeed owe him one, as he helped train Zayn for his Intercontinental Championship fight with Gunther at Mania. Sami Zayn won, so Gable is owed the first shot. He is getting it next weekend Raw in Montreal against Sami Zayn. So I hope that's the main event, because that sounds like a fucking awesome match, especially given the atmosphere. I'm looking forward to that one. And he also says that he knows all of Zayn's deepest weaknesses, and everyone else in Montreal is going to be leaving that building crying when he becomes the new Intercontinental Champion. You would think after hearing this promo, Chad Gable was already a heel. He wasn't saying, "Oh, I'll take it lightly on him. He just went through a fight or war with Gunther, and it's going to be a fun match." No, like, he was pretty serious that he's taking that championship away from Sami Zayn. Kind of fueling the theory, which I don't love, but it's the direction they're probably going in. Fueling the theory that Gable will be turning heel soon on Sami Zayn, and hopefully taking the championship in the process. I would love a scenario. Zayn would only have been champion for like a week and a half, but it's Sami Zayn, like, he's bulletproof at this point, doesn't really matter. That you could do a scenario where Sami Zayn loses the championship next week and Gable goes heel. I would think they would take their time with it, and maybe Gunther interrupts and they build to a triple threat at Backlash. I could totally see that as well. I think the Gable heel turn is indeed coming. I would love to see Gable get a quick run with the championship, or an elongated run, whatever it might be. That's what I would like to see personally. So just a heads up on that. But I thought this was really, really well done here by Gable. They preview Andrade versus Dominic Mysterio for next week's Raw. They also replay the, not even final few moments, but the entire matchup between Jade Cargill and Chelsea Green, because it only went all of, 30 seconds or whatever it was. Jade Cargill going over in dominant, decisive fashion. We hear from Jade Cargill after the matchup backstage. She says that she's only getting started and will dominate the division in WWE. and she will step on anyone who steps up to her. And that was it. So Sam Roberts says that Cargill's a number one pick for either show. They do question how she's going to be affected by the draft, which is a great question to ponder. I'd seen a few other people say the same thing on social media, that she, Braun Breaker, and a few other people, Tiffany, Naomi, they were all recently signed to SmackDown. So they were all recently signed to SmackDown within the last 2 months. Even Jade had signed, put pen to paper with SmackDown a fucking week ago, a week and a half ago. It really wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for her to then be eligible to be drafted and then she goes to Raw. That would be pretty fucking dumb. They made a whole big deal about her going to SmackDown and then she goes to Raw instead. They should make it clear that she's not eligible because she just signed a deal with SmackDown. Same with, they probably already forgot about Naomi and Tiffany only signing in January, but them two, Braun was signed to SmackDown in February. So I wouldn't make them eligible, but they probably will be, let's face it. They probably don't give a shit. They replayed the main event, Jey Uso winning the number one contenders fatal four-way match to earn the next opportunity at Damian Priest's World Heavyweight Championship. And they also hyped the draft coming up at the end of the month, which I'm looking forward to. So that was Raw Talk in a nutshell for April 8th, 2024. Good stuff here. The Gable interview in particular was great. Hearing from Jade was cool. First time here on Raw Talk, I believe. Ilya Dragunov. So a pretty star-studded edition of Raw Talk for this week. And I'm looking forward to Raw next week as well in Montreal. Thank you guys for checking out the review. I appreciate it. My apologies for my voice still being sore. I was gone all week and lost my voice, obviously, clearly from talking so much and marking out so much. It was a great weekend. A lot of content still to come here on the channel from the weekend, so keep an eye out for that stuff. Be sure to subscribe to not miss it here on the channel, coming up probably every day going forward. We went a couple days without posting over Mania weekend just because I was so fucking busy, but I'm still trying to catch up, so bear with me, like I said. Hope you guys have an awesome one, though. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'm Graham G. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.